Hi Bosch PM, I quickly, on behalf of the Bosch PM Eldership team, want to quickly inform you where we're headed in terms of a congregation towards being able to gather together again. It is lockdown level 2 and there are rumours that that might be dropping down or loosening up, and so we really do want to communicate with you what the future of the gathered space for Bosch PM looks like. Now I know that you may have heard other congregations are doing some things, you may have heard communications from other congregations, but what we've realized is we might have gone into lockdown together, but coming out of lockdown we're going to have to go at different paces because every congregation has its own dynamics in terms of venues. Some congregations have large venues, small venues, some are renting spaces that they don't have access to yet. So whatever you've heard, this is the place to hear what Bosch PM is going to be doing and heading towards in the coming future. So we are really excited as leaders and as a community that we can head in the right direction. Even though it won't be ideal, even though it won't be what we're used to, I'm pretty confident it's going to be better than what we're experiencing now. In a few ways, what we're hoping for is that we can bring back some of that Bosch PM flavor, some of that Bosch PM feel with its leaders and its people, bring back some of those moments of prophetic words from family members within Bosch PM. And so as we head towards some form of gathered space, we're really excited what it means for us. Now we know that everyone's in a different space personally, and that for some people we're super excited about gathering together again and what that means, and for others of us we're a little bit hesitant and we're not sure what it means and how we feel about it. And basically what I want to say is that's okay. Just go at the pace that you need to go at. Don't feel pressure to stay away if there's an opportunity to join in, and don't feel pressure to join in if you feel like you need to stay away. That is absolutely fine. We'll go at the pace that you need to go at in figuring these things out. Having said that, our plan is on the 8th of October to have our first Back to Bosch PM meeting at 4:30 in our venue. But now we know that we can only really have potentially 30 to 40 people in the venue, and our community is a lot larger than that. So the plan is to run a live meeting at 4:30 on Sunday with about 30 to 40 people in attendance watching, and we'll be following regulations and everything that we need to do. And we're going to actually put out a little video that shows what a Sunday experience is going to be like so that we can prepare for that moment and get a sense of what it's going to be like. But we know that so many people aren't going to be able to be there, but what we're going to do is we're going to live stream that moment out. What's beautiful about that is we're going to have the experience of a Bosch PM worship team and a Bosch PM meeting leader and a Bosch PM preacher and people who are there coming forward and giving prophetic words and a sense of what God's doing. And our hope and our expectation is that it's going to feel a lot more like being in a meeting, being in a gathered space, even if you're having to watch on live stream. And also because what we can do is we can gather upwards of 10 people in our homes. So not only will the moment be live with people watching and participating, but the space that you're in, you can invite people into and have a sense of community and participation there. And our hope is that this would be a big step forward in what Sundays feel like and what that gathered space feels like. And we're really excited for that space. It does come with some complexity. We unfortunately had to really think about kids, and we love kids. We love Bosch PM kids, and one of my moments that I'm looking forward to is being in Bosch PM and hearing them running around and seeing kids participate. But we can't run a kids program at the moment, and regulations stipulate that we can't have people running around the venue and interacting with everybody. So we've had to try to figure out what does it look like to have kids in this space. And we've taken our lead from other congregations that are ahead of us in this and have a bigger kids program. And we know that some kids who are young could sit still for the whole meeting, and some kids who are older couldn't sit still for a second. I struggle to sit still. But the reality is we need to find some sort of average. And where we've landed in chatting to other people is 7 years old and younger will not be allowed in the venue. And I know this is complex for parents, but we've got a few ideas, and I'm sure you could come up with some too. One, parents can alternate, so one comes the 1 week, another comes the other week, or you could gather other families into your home and watch the live stream, or if you have potential, a babysitter could look after your kids while you come and join us. But We also understand that this season was probably particularly tough on new moms, and we also understand that babies of about 6 months and younger, they're not going to go anywhere. They're just going to be attached to you, and that's fine. If that's you and you're desperate for community, you are welcome to sign up to join in on a Sunday with a 6-month-old or younger. I mean, how do we get in on the action of being able to gather together? Well, our strategy is that we're going to email out a sign-up form, an RSVP form, and you can say, hey, I'm keen to be a part of this and get stuck in. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with small groups. And so we'll send out the RSVP form to everybody, and we'll start with trying to gather small groups together so that there's a sense of community in that space when we arrive, and we will cycle through our small groups. So yeah, some of us we're going to have to wait, and some of us will be on the front end and then have to wait to join again, but that's how we're going to go about it. And you might say, hey, I'm not in a small group. Well, we'll get to you, but only after we've gotten through our small groups. But another option is for you to sign up for a small group, and then you'll participate when your small group participates, and you can look at the description of this video for a way to sign up. So that's kind of the high-level reality of what it's going to look like when we get back together. So we're aiming for the 8th of October as our first Sunday where we have people in that space and we're live streaming. And so all the actions between now and then are going to happen, and we're going to continue to communicate. But I just wanted to give you a sense of where we're headed. And we also know that things could change. Lockdown level 1 might be around the corner, it might not. We don't know, and that might change things. But as things stand, these are our plans going forward. And I'm really excited, and I know our eldership team and our leaders and people I'm speaking to are really excited that we're headed in the direction of being able to gather together again on a Sunday.